What's up everybody, it's Broken Bones here, and welcome to Broken's Bedrock Tutorials. Today we got a quick one for you. We're going to show you how to find chunks and sub-chunks, so you can chunk align your farms and sub-chunk align your farms. To find a sub-chunk Y value is extremely easy. All you have to do is take your Y value and divide it by 16. As you can see here, my Y value is 251, and I'm not sure where my sub-chunk Y value is yet. And so if I divide 251 by 16, I get 15 point something, right? Now, I want to find the sub-chunk above me, so if I multiply that and round up to 16, then if I do 16 times 16, you can see that's 256 right at my sub-chunk Y value. And regardless of what edition you play on, sub-chunk Y values are the same in every single Minecraft world or realm or server. And so therefore, I've left the list of them down in the description. Feel free to copy and paste them into your notes. Once you have your sub-chunk Y value, next you're going to go ahead and get your chunk borders, but you may not know where those are yet, and you need to figure that out. And that's actually quite easy. All you need to do is grab yourself a calculator and stand somewhere inside the chunk. The coordinates that we were going to want to get is we're going to want to get this block right here. This is our northwest corner of our chunk. And we're going to get that coordinate, then we're going to come down here to the southeast corner, and we're going to get the northwest corner of the adjacent chunk down from that one. And so with this equation, we can go ahead and achieve that, and we can stand anywhere inside the chunk to do this. And as you can see, I'm nowhere near any of the chunk borders. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our X and Z coordinate there. We're going to go ahead and divide those by 16. So my X coordinate is 3013, and my Z coordinate is negative 331. And if we divide those both by 16, let's go ahead and take 3013, divide that by 16, and we end up with 188 point something. And then if we go ahead and divide negative 331 by 16, we get negative 20 point something. And so what we can do is we can round up and round down from those numbers, and that'll leave us with 188 and 189 for the X value, and that leaves us with negative 20 and negative 21 for the Z value. So what we're going to do is we're going to use those numbers, and we're going to multiply by 16 to get the two coordinates that we're going to need. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 188, multiply that by 16, and that's going to get us 3008. Then we're going to take 189 and multiply that by 16, and that's going to get us 3024. For the Z coordinate, we're going to take negative 20, multiply that by 16, and that's going to get us negative 320. And if we take negative 21 and multiply that by 16, we get ourselves negative 336. Now to find the coordinates that we want with these numbers, we're going to take the lowest number for X and the lowest number for Z. So as we can see, that's going to be 3008 for X and negative 336 for Z. So if we go ahead and move to those coordinates up on the screen, and as you can see right there at 3008 and negative 336, that is the northwest corner of our chunk. So if you go ahead and place a block right there just like that, that'll go ahead and mark your chunk at the sub-chunk Y value that you have. So go ahead and put that block there, and then if you go ahead and multiply the two higher numbers, which is going to be 3024 for X and negative 320 for Z. As you can see right here, 3024 and negative 320 are my coordinates right here, which is the northwest corner of the adjacent chunk, the diagonal chunk right from it. So that means that all you have to do is place a block in there, run blocks left and right from each block, from both diagonal blocks, and wherever they meet up in the corner is going to be the other two corners of your chunk. And for those of you that struggle with math, I've left a link to Chunkbase down in the description to their Slime Finder app, because I think that is one of the easiest ways to identify chunk borders. And all you have to do is use the app. You don't need to enter your seed or anything like that, because chunk borders are the same regardless of what platform or what world you're on. They're all the same on every single Minecraft world. So you can go ahead and use that application to find all of your chunk borders. If you look really closely while you're using the app, you can see that all the green slime chunk squares that are in the grid there, you can notice that on the bottom and on the right sides of all those squares, there's a little white line to illustrate that the coordinates on the grid only represent the top left corner of all the slime chunks, which is the northwest corner. Once you have your chunk border laid out, you might want to go ahead and mark the northwest corner, as some farms are directional and it does matter which way you face them. And you can go ahead and get rid of any other blocks that you don't need. And now you're completely set up for any farm that you want to go ahead and chunk align. And once you have the coordinates to the two northwest corners of these two chunks here, then you're going to come to the southeast side of your chunk. You're going to come to this northwest corner right here and go ahead and come across diagonally just by one block right here. This is going to be the southeast corner of that chunk, and then all you need to do is run blocks out to left and right from both of those blocks, and you're going to meet up in both of these corners, which will complete the chunk border. Once you have your chunk border in place, then you can go ahead and build whatever farm you're trying to build in here, and it'll be perfectly chunk aligned. And when you're done building the farm, you can either keep the blocks around here or you can get rid of them completely. It doesn't really matter, it's completely up to you. You can just remove the marker blocks and keep the chunk, or you can remove everything. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial, and if you guys did, please smack the like button and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next tutorial. Take it easy, everybody.